In March 2019, Princess Haya bint Hussein, the wife of Dubai's ruler Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum, shocked the world when she fled her palace in Dubai and sought refuge in London. Her sudden escape, along with her request for a divorce, took everyone by surprise. Princess Haya explained that her decision was driven by concerns for her own safety and the well-being of her children. Her actions led to a high-profile court battle in London, where bombshell revelations came to light, grabbing public and media attention. Now, after more than 4 years, the custody fight between the princess and Sheikh Mohammed is still ongoing in the High Court. So what's happened since Princess Haya's dramatic escape? How has she adjusted to life in London, and what shocking details did she reveal during the trial? Join us as we explore the full story and uncover everything she shared in a revealing interview. Before you can fully understand Princess Haya's journey, you need to know about her family and how they shaped her life. Princess Haya bint Hussein was born on May 3, 1974. She is now 50 years old and is King Abdullah II of Jordan's half-sister. She went to private schools all over the UK before going to the prestigious University of Oxford, which is known for its tough courses and history of turning out future stars from all over the world. She got her degree in political science and economics from that school in 1994. Queen Aliyah, Princess Haya's mother, died in a terrible helicopter crash in 1977. Her death had a huge effect on the royal family and the whole country of Jordan. Even so, Princess Haya has always been dedicated to helping others and charity. She has used her schooling and position as a princess to make a real difference. Her studies in economics and political science helped her understand global problems well, which allowed her to make important contributions to many causes. Because she was born into a famous royal family and went to Oxford, Princess Haya's life was always full of chances to improve her skills and make a difference on the world stage. Many people don't know this, but her love of horseback riding, which began when she was young and especially after her mother died, led her to meet her future husband. She was different from many other Arab queens because she loved horseback riding. At age 19, she was also the first woman in Jordan to get a license to drive a truck, which showed how independent and daring she was. Princess Haya happily carried her country's flag at the 2000 Sydney Olympics when she competed in equestrian events. She finished 70th, which was a big accomplishment in her athletic career. She showed how much she cared about both the sport and her country by going to the Olympics. At the International Equestrian Championship in Spain 2 years later, she participated in a show jumping event. That's where she met Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. She began an important new part of her life with this meeting. Princess Haya got married to Sheikh Mohammed in 2006. They have a girl named Al Jalila and a son named Zayed. Princess Haya quickly became one of Sheikh Mohammed's most famous and powerful wives, even though she was only his 6th wife. She often went with him to foreign events, and the two of them were seen as a great match, which made her an even more famous person. Princess Haya's marriage to Sheikh Mohammed seemed like the right match at first, as it would be good for both of them. When they got married, the Emirates made big investments in Jordan, which helped the country's economy. Because of this, some people saw their marriage as a well-thought-out plan for both of them to gain. But Princess Haya's friends say that her relationship with Sheikh Mohammed was more than just politics or ease. They were really in love. From the outside, they looked like the perfect pair. They were often seen in public with their 2 kids, happy and smiling. Princess Haya often talked about how much she loved her husband, which added to the idea of a happy marriage. But behind the scenes, not much was known about their personal lives. In public, she always seemed happy and upbeat, like the perfect wife who is there for her husband. But in 2019, Princess Haya made a shocking choice that broke the world's hearts and ended this picture-perfect marriage. She left Dubai for Britain with her kids, which messed up what seemed like a perfect life for them. Her quick escape got a lot of attention, and soon after, she went to court to get help for herself and her kids, which revealed troubling parts of her marriage that she hadn't known about before. As the case went through the British courts, more information came out that made Princess Haya's life with the Sheikh look much worse. She said some very shocking things about her marriage in an interview and in court. She said she was afraid for her safety because Sheikh Mohammed might make her go back to Dubai. To protect herself, she asked for a non-molestation order, which is a formal tool that people who have been abused at home often use. During the court hearings, Princess Haya talked about being threatened and provoked, which showed how bad the problems were in their marriage. These new details made the picture much more complicated and scary than anyone had thought. That was not all Princess Haya did to protect her family. She also asked a British court to stop her daughter, Al-Jalila, from being forced to marry someone else. All of these legal steps were meant to keep Princess Haya and her children safe, shining light on the tough and dangerous situation she was trying to leave. It became clear how bad Princess Haya's position was when she ran away to London to safety, scared for her life after leaving her husband, Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. According to the news, Princess Haya had been trying to get a divorce from the sheikh for a while, but he wouldn't let her. She is said to have tried to leave the marriage before but failed. In the end, Princess Haya and her 2 children were able to escape. They got to Germany with the help of German officials who had known her for a while and were very important in helping her leave Dubai. When Princess Haya and her children got to Germany, they were given political refuge, which kept them safe and protected. At the same time, Sheikh Mohammed is said to have asked King Abdullah II of Jordan to help bring the children back to Dubai. He said he and Princess Haya had chosen to split up and that he was only asking for their children to be taken away. As the court case went on, more private and shocking information about the pair became public. This painted a much darker picture of their marriage. Princess Haya was said to have been unhappy with her marriage to Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum from the start. As the daughter of King Hussein, she was loved in Jordan, but the Sheikh's family in Dubai did not treat her very well. Sheikh Mohammed's boys, including Crown Prince Hamdan, are said to not have liked her because they thought she was too free-spirited, especially when it came to her bold, unique fashion choices. This tense family relationship may have made Princess Haya more and more angry over time. Information also says that Princess Haya had a romance with Russell Flowers, an Englishman who was her bodyguard. The specifics of their relationship are still unknown, but it is thought that her own sadness and the tension in the royal family played a part in it. Flower was 33 years old, Princess Haya was 43, and Sheikh Mohammed was almost 70 years old at the time of the affair. It is said that they started dating soon after Flowers started working for her. Flowers' wife started to think something was wrong when she found private chats and even bikini photos of Princess Haya on his phone. Flowers asked for a divorce from his wife in 2017, which is also when he is said to have had an affair with the princess. He is said to have been paid $2.1 million to keep quiet about the affair. It is also said that Princess Haya paid the same amount to 2 other security guards who knew about the affair. She did this to try to buy their loyalty and keep them from telling Sheikh Mohammed the truth. Princess Haya ran away to Europe because she thought Sheikh Mohammed would find out about the affair. This choice made it clear that these kinds of actions can have very bad results, especially in the strict and traditional world of the Emirates' royal families, where such mistakes are hard to overlook or forgive. Whether she did what she did because she was really scared for her safety or for other personal reasons, Princess Haya's actions made the already complicated and public legal fight even worse. The situation, along with the rumored affair and the problems between Sheikh Mohammed and King Abdullah of Jordan, made people pay even more attention to the formal and personal parts of their split. More problems happened, which made people pay even more attention to the royal couple's difficult relationship. Princess Haya was allegedly worried about more than just how her husband treated her. She was also worried about how he treated his daughters from previous marriages, especially Latifa and Shamsa, who had both tried to run away before. Latifa, in particular, made serious accusations against her father. She said that he killed one of his uncle's wives because she was too provocative. These claims got a lot of attention around the world and made people worry about how women and family members are treated in the royal household. The public's view of Sheikh Mohammed became more complicated after Latifa's accusations. These accusations raised more worries about human rights and the way the government works in the Emirates. In light of these facts, it's clear that life in royal families is not easy, especially when it comes to personal issues. Princess Haya had a hard time getting political refuge because her children are heirs to the throne of Dubai, and their father wants them to go back to Dubai. On the other hand, her brother King Abdullah II of Jordan stepped in and made her deputy ambassador to the UK. This gave her official immunity and let her and her children seek asylum in Britain. With this new status, Princess Haya could start the divorce process against Sheikh Mohammed in a London court, saying she was afraid for her safety and wanted to be protected from being persecuted. The divorce case quickly became one of the most famous and important in British legal history, both because it had effects on people all over the world and because so many famous people were involved. During the whole process, Princess Haya fought for full control of her kids because she was afraid that Sheikh Mohammed would try to take them from Britain, just like he did with their half-sisters Latifa and Shamsa. In court, Princess Haya also said more troubling things, like the fact that their 11-year-old daughter was supposedly going to marry Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in 2018. The court records showed that Princess Haya was told by a reliable security source that in February, a family member of Sheikh Mohammed was going to visit Saudi Arabia to talk about the possibility of their daughter marrying the Saudi prince. This new information about the case added another troubling layer. It showed how much Princess Haya worries about her children's future and how hard she works to protect them. The claim that Princess Haya's daughter was set up to marry Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman brought up important questions about how this is done in other cultures and how the law protects children in these situations. These facts came to light during the divorce and custody procedures, which made people worry more about Princess Haya and her children's safety and future. Because Sheikh Mohammed is a very important government figure in the Emirates, the case took a big turn when the Supreme Court of England decided to make court records public, even though his lawyers tried to stop them. This decision made things easier for everyone and helped people understand how complicated custody disputes can be under international law, especially in royal families. After the court made its ruling, Judge Andrew McFarlane told shocking details about what happened. He talked about claims that Sheikh Mohammed planned to kidnap Princess Shamsa and Princess Latifa. He also talked about threats made against Princess Haya, saying that she and her kids would never be safe in England. The judge also brought up the case of Princess Latifa, who was sent back to the UAE against her will after reportedly being taken from a ship off the coast of India in 2018 after trying to escape Dubai. Along with the claims Princess Haya made during the trial, these shocking new details were given by the court as proof of what happened. During the course of several years, the case revealed many private details about the royal family, such as claims that Princess Haya and her guardian had an affair. Princess Haya denied having an affair despite a lot of rumors, and her bodyguard decided not to say anything about it. As these claims spread, rumors started going around that Sheikh Mohammed might have made up the affair claims to hurt Princess Haya's image and change the custody battle for their children. These claims made the already difficult and contentious court case even more so. As the case went on, it became clear that Sheikh Mohammed may have been involved in illegal activities like hacking, which made people even more interested in what he did. This ongoing story showed a side of the royal family and how they interact with each other that no one had seen before. It kept people and the media around the world interested. Princess Haya wasn't the only one who got into trouble. The High Court also said that Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum, who is the ruler of Dubai, hacked into the phones of people who were against him in the British legal processes. While Sheikh Mohammed said he had nothing to do with these activities, the court learned during an important part of the hearings that he had ordered the hacking of cell phones, including those of Princess Haya, her personal assistant, her security team, her lawyers, and even Baroness Shackleton, a member of the House of Lords. The court said that what was done was an abuse of power and a major violation of British criminal law. It came out that Sheikh Mohammed's agents infiltrated the phones of people involved in the legal processes with advanced spyware called Pegasus, which was created by Israel's NSO group. This caused a lot of worry about how this high-tech monitoring equipment, which was meant to fight crime and terrorism, was being used wrongly to target people the Sheikh saw as enemies. Concerns about privacy rights and possible legal overreach were made by this bad use of technology. The court also said that the same spyware was used to keep an eye on Princess Latifa when she tried to leave Dubai by boat in 2018. This made the case even more complicated. People thought that the technology used in these operations was a big invasion of privacy, especially since it was on the cell phones of people who had nothing to do with crime. In addition, there was proof that Sheikh Mohammed had tried to buy a house close to Princess Haya's home in the UK, possibly to keep a closer eye on her. Sheikh Mohammed continued to deny any wrongdoing despite all of these claims. People knew about his wealth and power because he was a famous billionaire and an important figure in the world of horses. But the court said that UK rules had been broken, which brings up important legal and moral issues. A big change happened when 60 pages of the ruling were made public. These pages showed even more information about the case between Sheikh Mohammed and Princess Haya. The court's decision that the phone hacking claims were true, even though Sheikh Mohammed denied them, was one of the most shocking decisions they made. This made a case that was already very controversial even more complicated and showed how far the Sheikh may have gone to stay in charge and shut down those who were against him. In the talks that are still going on between Princess Haya and Sheikh Mohammed, these claims have become very important, especially when it comes to a property deal from last year. The court heard that Princess Haya was very worried about the Sheikh's plans to buy a house very close to her own. One of her lawyers told her that hackers were allegedly listening in on her private conversations while she was looking into these property deals. While Princess Haya worked to reveal the hacking, it looked like plans to buy the property next door were moving quickly forward. 256 megabytes of data were taken from her phone without her knowledge using the Pegasus spyware, which made the situation even worse for her. The court's decision brings up important moral and legal questions about how to use technology in personal disputes and how to protect privacy, especially when famous people are involved. The case also brought to light growing worries about power and control in wealthy families. Princess Haya decided to leave with her kids after learning about even worse things going on with Latifa and Shamsa, two of Sheikh Mohammed's daughters. Court records from March of last year show that both girls were sent back to Dubai against their will and put in jail. Even though Sheikh Mohammed denied them, the court upheld these rulings. Princess Haya's escape and ongoing court battles have brought a lot of attention to how the Sheikh's family treats women, which makes people worry about their safety and freedom. These revelations have affected Princess Haya's choices and show the bigger problems with power in famous families. The court's backing for the accusations against Sheikh Mohammed made the situation even worse by showing the serious legal and moral problems that come with such actions. It's interesting that this case has gotten a lot of press around the world, but almost none of it has been talked about in the United Arab Emirates. The big difference in how the media covered the events shows how press freedom and how sensitive issues are handled in different parts of the world. A lot of important questions are raised by the case about openness, press freedom, and how countries like the UAE handle high-profile court cases. The UK court decided in favor of Princess Haya in 2022 and gave her a large divorce settlement of $728 million. This was one of the biggest divorce settlements in UK history. She was also given full control of her two kids by the judge. After the court case, Princess Haya decided to stay out of the public eye, which made people wonder where she was. This choice seems to have been a good one, since worries about possible abuse from Sheikh Mohammed still exist. Given how sensitive the case is and how hard things have been for her, it's easy to see why she wants to keep this to herself. In recent months, Princess Haya has mostly stayed out of the public eye. She has chosen a quieter life where she can focus on raising her two children, Princess Al-Jalila, 15, and Prince Zayed, 12. She has said that she wants peace and security for her family, away from the attention of the media that has been on her rough court case. The story makes you wonder about the future. Will Sheikh Mohammed keep trying to get custody of his kids? Will Princess Haya's attempts to keep other people from getting involved with her family work? We still don't know how this story will end. A lot of people are keeping a close eye on the situation and wondering what will happen next. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, it's important to click the bell icon and subscribe to the channel so you know when we post new movies. Glad you watched, and see you in the next movie.